So let's have a look for the tarot messages of the day. Sun, rising and moon signs for each of the star signs, fire, water, air and earth. So let's have a look about Aries. What do Aries need to know with the three energies? Let's have a look for Aries. Aries energy. So the first aspect that we need to know is the Tower. So a lot of the time we need these Tower moments to really release certain habits and formations. It's almost like the aspect of when we go with our soul, we have to learn certain lessons. And in order to grasp the goodness now within our life, we have to let go old habits, old way of thinking, and just old situations in general. So you will have the start of realizations that this is vitally important for you guys to build up a better life for yourself, all right? And the second energy is the Emperor. So there you go. Your card. So with the Emperor, that's all that Aryan energy going forward. So learn to own yourself. Really be logical about this. Sometimes we have to be strict with ourselves and tell our mindset, no, no more. I am living the present and I am living my future with more positivity. So the Emperor can create and rule over your whole being. And that's a good place to actually be, especially when we have those energies falling down. So you have the Sky Queen. So communicating and really seeing things from a different way and a different light will really benefit going into July in general. So eliminate those things that don't need to be in your life. Really be kind about what you're telling yourself. Be very positive and see the change for yourself. You're the Emperor and the Queen. So the balance between the thoughts, passion and drive and willpower will really rule the day and set up a really amazing energy for the rest of July. Well done, Arians. So next we go to Leo. Let's see the energy for Leos today. So this is for Leo, sun, rising and moon. Let's have a look for Leos. So Leo, you do have the Priest. So this is a great card to actually amalgamate energies together and attract what it is that you're trying to attract. This is always a spiritual teaching. So a lot of the times we look about what we've traditionally been taught. A lot of the times we're in the habits of what we have been taught. So we have to see for ourselves if this is still beneficial. A lot of the times it is, but then, just adopting different other belief systems and kind of way of really raising your energy into a more kind of spiritual awareness is going to be great. This energy is also about meeting the opposite within yourself as well. So the yin yang within yourself before your solar return is going to pay dividends. So before your birthday, really look at what you are attracting within your life. Also for Leos, you have the 8 of Fire. Things can be quite stressful at times, more rush, less speed. And it's almost like to see communication about what you are telling yourselves on the inside. So maybe looking at deepening your spiritual side will pay dividends in the long run. Also, you have the 10 of Earth. Wow. So maybe relying on your family a little bit more and your ancestors and how they've brought yourself up. So that's parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. The sacrifices that they've done throughout their life will show how easy or hard your life is at the moment. So a lot of things that you've taken on board is sayings what your family have done. So it is with wealth that they give you these snippets of information, but a lot of the times, as we've said with the Priest card, we have to know whether it's applicable in today's society. So really seeing your value and self-respect as something which has been given, but also you're earning it. You're giving it to yourself. So this is vital for all abundant matters. So family will be important, but also that wealth, that value that you give to yourselves. That's very nice, Leo. Right, let's move on to Sagittarius. So this is for Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun, Rising and Moon. Sagittarian energies. So you will get a whole 9-card reading if you look for your Sun, Rising and your Moon, unless you've got it in the same star sign. So for Sagittarians, you've got the Fire Kitten. So being curious about a lot of things today will really set your imagination going. It's with a spark and good intention that bigger things can actually develop. So sometimes we have to be curious about certain things. And even if it's a little bit dangerous, we've got to explore. So you can see this as, oh, maybe I'll start bungee jumping or rock climbing or deep sea diving. All these things are dangerous. Sometimes people think going into a relationship is dangerous, but we have to have that curiosity and really enjoyment when we look at those things. You've also got the Six of Earth. So this is very apt in actually receiving and giving what seems to be a difficult period for some of us. So this is a universe saying, yeah, just ask and we will give. So as long as it's your good intention, but sometimes we need that little bit of support from ourselves. So if we've got the confidence to ask, then do ask and just sit back and trust that the universe is giving to you what is good for your soul journey. And you have the Three of Sea. So everything can be celebrated at the moment with family and friends, and it's a good day to do so over the weekend. I know a lot of people are going to be celebrating the 4th of July. So this weekend's going to be perfect for social events. So really aspire to love yourself even when things are difficult. And maybe you can even set your own party up. Even if it's a party for one, have a nice meal. Give yourself a nice party. Right, thank you, fire signs. Now we move on to water, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. First of all, we'll do Pisces. Pisces energy for today. Right, this is for Pisces. So, Pisces, your first energy is the Sky Queen. So, this is really going on from yesterday. You know, with a lot of thoughts and intuition. This particular card is very eternalized. What we say deep inside us is important. So a lot of the times we're listening to negative thoughts, dramatizations, and it needs to stop. If we look at the bigger picture and see what we have been thinking, is that real? So this is why cats climb high. They can see everything that's going on and go, well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not going to have that. And they pounce on it. So this is what we need to do. Start eliminating those thoughts and situations and really being in charge of our own mindsets. You've also got the Six of Earth, just like the previous sign. So this is all about receiving goodness from the universe. So we need to ask our angels, our spirit guides, and, you know, God force is always a good thing to do. So really get in touch with your spiritual side. Learning your soul journey is important, and sometimes we need to be a little bit humble to ask for help, if it's from friends, family, bosses, whatever. And you know, YouTube is very good for that help. But this is all about receiving, being grateful if someone does offer help to us, even if it's a word of advice. It's always good, isn't it? So also you too have got the Three of Sea, amazing. So with the Three of Sea, it's all about celebrating who you are as people, really getting with friends and family and having a good time. Even when things have been difficult, it's always good to share. So share our thoughts, share our emotions, share food or a drink. Sometimes we open up more when we've got a good cup of coffee or a cup of tea in front of us. Or if you're at a party, something else. But it's so nice to celebrate and appreciate one another as a community. So that sounds nice, Pisces. Enjoy the day. Right, Cancer. So this is for Cancerians. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, or Cancer in Moon. Let's see the energies today for Cancer. These are for Cancer. So, Cancerians, you do have the Fire Tom. So, taking action and having a skill set with your motivation and desires is always going to be interesting. So, you know, sometimes we have to go full belt, but with care. Cats are very careful when they dodge fire. So this is what we need to do. We need to know where we're going, know where we're heading, and the dangers involved. No danger, just keep going. So the motivation and action is definitely needed for you guys, because otherwise nothing changes. So this is why the fire element is so good. It gives us passion, drive, ambition, motivation. And this is what the Fire Tom is telling you to do today. Take action. What kind of action? Ace of Earth. So taking the opportunity for maybe practical growth, like finances, career, just setting up something to do something that's really going to benefit and put value within your life. So this is a first step to abundance in love, in career, in all sorts of things that you want to gain. So a lot of the expression is find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. This is your penny. So you're very lucky today. So it's taking the opportunity, what life does give you, but taking action. We need to take action to the first step. We can't just sit down and wish for things. We have to be very practical. And this is a reminder that practicality is essential. You've also got consequences. So this is the consequences of picking it up, starting something, or not starting something. So it's a very karmic kind of card. Cats have to learn, we have to learn, and the lessons within our life we do have to learn. And we know that we're not learning them when we're stuck, stagnant, or we keep doing the same kind of things and getting the same results. So we have to start again and really think, right, today's a good day to just think clearly and just go with my soul journey and do something different. And this is the action, new opportunities going forward. All right. Thank you, Cancer. Next, we've got Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. Scorpio rising, sun in Scorpio, and moon. This is for Scorpios. So messages for Scorpio today. So for Scorpio, you've got this Sea Tom. Love is in the air. Oh, perfect day for love, romance, and getting out there and being sociable. Really receiving. This is all about receiving. So whether you're meditating today, reading a book, giving yourself that time, it's essential. So having that kind of moment where everything's simplistic and loving, really channeling that love is essential. So it's great. So take action. If you want to express love, if you want to express something that you really want to start, now's the time to do so. So remember, giving and receiving is the same thing. So give to yourself and then you'll receive more. That's nice, Scorpio. And you've also got the Hermit. So, as I said, you know, if you find the time to meditate, read a good book, it'll give you that power, the power of love, the power of, you know, inner knowledge. Is always going to be a good thing. So, finding out what you do give to yourself is essential. Whether you're really blessing yourself, giving yourself, and the opportunities that arise is really essential. So the hermit takes the time out to realize its own value within the spiritual side before embarking on something else. So for some of you, you might be thinking, oh, what is this kayaking all about? Let me find out more information. Maybe I'll say to my partner, let's do this, and off you trot. So it's going within, finding out what you really do want, and then going out for it. Interesting for Scorpios. And you do have the Eight of Earth. So this is a great time to really see that hard work always does pay off, and we do gain. So once we have that love, once we have that knowledge within ourselves, we can put it into practical sense. So putting the practicality into practice, we get our rewards. And this particular cat has got lots of rewards. So will you if you concentrate, work hard, maybe unlearn something. That's what the Hermit's doing. Really look inside of yourself to see your answers about how you gain things within your life, especially if it's to do with career or making money. All right, Scorpios, have a good day. So next we're on to our air signs. What does Aquarius need to know today? Aquarius sun, rising and moon signs for Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. So Aquarius, you have the Seven of Earth. So patience is important. You can see this cats have great attention spans because they have to focus all the time, every small detail of movement before they get their prize. So for you guys, that is exactly what we do. We have to pay attention to the small details when we're waiting for our situation to blossom. So if you're waiting for the result of finding a career, having a relationship, or also the little things that we want, like writing a book, making a great picture, succeeding in hobbies, exams, all sorts of things, we have to have focus, determination, and patience. We need to get rid of what's not within our life, so distractions. So we need to eliminate these things, and that's why it's called tending your garden. So tend what's essential within the fine details of where you want to go, and that will allow things to blossom. So that's nice. And for Aquarius, you do have the Four of Sea. So a lot of you will feel a little bit fed up that, you know, you haven't got the result that you want for a long time. Remind yourself that patience pays off. So emotionally taking these opportunities to have self-growth, self-love, self-worth. These are the things that are rewarded big time. So, you know, we can't get impatient when things aren't happening. We just have to work on these things. Otherwise, these lessons will just be repeated again and again. So you might as well perfect it the first time or the second time or however many times you're in this mode. But take the opportunity to really be deeper thinking and unconditional love with your situation. And then you have the cat. So this is a new start of the journey. It's like the Fool. It's a curiosity of what can behold. So when we do have that stagnant energy, or why isn't this happening? You know, it's happening to everyone else around me, and it's not. Learn to trust the journey of you. You're different. Suddenly you may be so successful within your queries, like, oh, I've never had a relationship before, and I'm waiting, and all my friends are married and having babies. Theirs might break down. So you've been waiting for a long time, perhaps. This is an analogy, it's not an exact science. And then your relation lasts forever, but you meet them later on in life. These are the kind of things that we've got to trust our own journey and not judge from everyone else. So this is a good energy for you guys to really understand that patience is a virtue. That was for Aquarius. Now we'll go on to Geminis. So this is for Gemini. Gemini Sun, Rising and Moon. For Geminis. So for Geminis today. This is for Geminis. So Gemini, you first of all, I've got the priest. So really paying attention to your spiritual signs. This is also a very good at commitment side. So for you, it might be a sign that there's more loyalty and commitment. When we commit to ourselves, we're committing to everything else in a way. So if it's for our good intention, if it's our soul journey's direction, then this is a sign that you are meeting those energies. It's almost like the yin and the yang. When you're ready, something appears. So these are all the spiritual teachings within us. So looking at traditional and spirituality is always sometimes like a double-edged scenario, two sides of a coin, etc. So the priest will allow you to really understand what is going on within your life. So you might be looking at being very quiet this weekend and really going within and knowing, well, what do I know from my environment? What do I know from my culture, my situation? But yeah, spirituality is an important aspect for you guys. Also for Gemini, you've got the Hermit. So the Hermit goes within. So obviously the spiritual awakening kind of thing, realizations this weekend is important. So what you've been told as children, as adults, by our society and everything, we have to divulge and go, is that working for me? Is that applicable for me? So the Hermit, go inside, maybe reading a good book, watching self-help videos, all kinds of things will allow that imagination and spark to just set up a different path that you've probably been going on. So it's always good to revise things. So you might be interested in crystals, any of the ologies, anything really. So going within, seeing, oh, where can I find that inspiration? So that's really nice. Also, for Geminis, you have the Sea Tom. So bringing love into the situation is always a good thing. You will find that idealistic thoughts may have to be revised. So rethinking about a lot of things within your past, present, will affect the future. So it's almost like don't be a robot, really learn to go within and see that love can be many different forms of love. And the good intention of your soul is always a good thing. So many things will be brought to you, maybe temptations, maybe things that you're just not interested in anymore because you're looking at a more soul purpose journey. So that's nice. So the next sign is Libra for Librans. Sun in Libra, Moon in Libra, and also rising signs for Librans. So let's have a look for Librans today. So Libra. So you do have the 8 of Sea. So a lot of times on an emotional aspect, we have to think, is this working for me? A lot of people come to a conclusion that some time of our life, maybe this partying all the time isn't doing me any good. I'm not really getting to where I want. It's okay to socialise with friends and family, but when I keep doing it and taking away from my journey of maybe I should find the love of my life, or maybe I should be studying more or reading more, relaxing more, doing something for me a little bit better. So a lot of the times things have been good, but we need to look for a deeper meaning in what we are doing. So this is always emotionally walking away from something that is okay, but it's not meeting our true purpose. So have a look at what that is. It could be thoughts, feelings, people, situations, job, relationships, houses, countries, the planets. It could be anything. But sometimes we have to go, right, is this really serving me the best that I want within my life? All right. Also, you do have for Three of Sky. So Three of Sky is an interesting aspect because it shows here a bit of pain, heartache. So with the Eight of Sea and the Three of Swords, it does show that some of you are really experiencing this pain, maybe from an ex, maybe from something that is presently in your life. So it shows that you've got to release the toxins, the kind of feelings, and really let it go once and for all. It's vitally important. If we're clogging ourselves up with unwanted emotions that cause pain, depression, and destruction, then things become stagnant, and we can't expect anything better if we're holding on to the old. It's impossible. So opening up your heart a little bit more, realizing that this is essential to look at the greater picture of love. So opening up your heart to greater love is always a good thing to do. All right. And I always say with Three of Swords, have a good cry. You've also got the Six of Sea. So a lot of this is going to be about your exes, guys, about something from the past that's really, really not suitable. It is all about memories, but because you guys have got the Eight of Sea and the Three of Swords, it kind of does show that the past has got some sort of, connotation of pain. So superimpose it with new, happy, fun memories. Have a good time this weekend. Kind of get rid of what's needed. Have a good cry, and then have something fun coming. All right. So thank you, Librans. So next, guys, we're on to our Earth signs. So Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Let's see what's going on. So this is for Capricorns today. Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Let's see what's going on for Capricorns. This is for Capricorns. So Capricorns, you do have the Ace of Sea. Lovely card for you, as in the Ace of Cups, and that love that is coming towards you. We can fill ourselves with unconditional love from the God force. So love is absolutely everywhere. So why can't you have that abundance of love? Feel your heart opening and see your whole self just receiving, channeling love. The opportunities that this will now bring will simplify, love your life so much more. So these opportunities is great. So hold it, cherish yourself. And above all, this is about self-acceptance, forgiveness of self, and allowing other great things to come into your life. For Capricorns, you have the Sky Tom as well. So relearning and forward thinking is a very essential thing now. So if you keep remaining self-criticizing, that's not what we need to do. We need to learn to forgive ourselves, love ourselves, and move forward, and not be dictated by old thoughts, people who tell us stuff that, it's okay to have an opinion, but sometimes we need to formulate our own ideas and really be responsible for our own thoughts. So in more of a loving way, we need to do that for Capricorns. And then you've got the Earth Kitten. So seeing that new vision, that value that you are essential, having that self-respect, seeing new things that are going to empower you is so important. So be more practical in understanding. put the practicality within the thoughts that you are formulating, especially around new love areas. Thank you, Capricorn. Next, we're on Taurus. Let's have a look at Taurus. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Do check all signs that you are. And if you do that, guys, you'll have a 9-card reading today. So this is for Taurus. Right, Taurians. You do have the Sun. Wow, sun-loving. I do hope the sun is shining where you are, that positivity and yang energy. The motivation and desire that we get from the sun is a real amazing aspect. Especially, guys, if some of you are spiritual and really tap into that. You can create exactly what you want. So it's almost like, what are you manifesting? What are you creating for yourself? Hopefully, with the sun, it's a positive manifestation and more of something good within your life. So really be simplistic and honest with yourself about what you are creating, because this has a good intentions of being happy and really successful. Also, you've got the moon, the sun and the moon. Wow. So with the moon, one has to really face the reality of the situation and put more light into all that situations. Sometimes what we've created on our inside, we don't quite know. So the moon will bring up this from your subconscious, maybe in dreams, maybe in intuitive thoughts. What needs to be highlighted and really seen what's real. So that's why you've got the sun. You will be highlighting and really realizing some of the vivid dreams that you've had as well will be signs from what you need to learn and develop. So your development at the moment is what you're creating in a more positive light. So that's good. Also for Taurians, you have the Earth King. So there you have it. The Earth King is a great aspect where we can see the value, self-respect, and really growth. It's got leadership qualities. So you'll see the value and abundance that's coming. So really highlight and pay attention to your intuition at this time and see growth in a more sturdy, solid way. So what you have been developing, whether you some of you will be feeling that kind of negative part of the moon. So vivid dreams being a little bit darker. So this is why the sun brings and highlights everything. So you can be the king of earth, which is all about happiness, abundance, really understanding that you can have what you want hugely. So it's important, and this is your card. You're in your element here with the King of Earth, so that practicality and abundance is definitely there. So be sturdy in your growth and be generous to yourself. So looking at the moon as a kind of reflective aspect, one needs to really realize what's happening on the inside to really make this happen on the outside. Does that make sense? So next is Virgo. This is for Virgo energies. Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign for Virgos. This is for Virgo today, Virgos. Right, if you're Virgo rising, sun, let's have a look. So Virgos, you have the 5 of Earth. So this is like a healing card and a challenge card. We have to face our challenge, especially when we're down on our luck, or we think we are, or we are. So help is always at hand, and we have to see the vision. We have to have that determination and survivor instinct within our situation. So if we're a little bit downtrodden at work or in a relationship or in a situation, we must say, I will survive. I will get to my end of this particular chapter and really have learnt and move forward in it. So whatever is dragging our emotions down, or our thoughts, or even life itself knocking us down again and again, we have to have that mentality of I am a survivor. It's like Real champions within life have that mentality. They will not be beaten. So we need to have that survivor and not a victim role moving forward. So anything that you're struggling with or you think you are, be determined to be a success. Also for Virgo, you too have got the Earth King. So this is a great time for you to really realize you are a leader. You have that abundance. You have that quality to make things happen. So this is where that survivor champion mode comes in. And even though it might be slow at times, you're still that champion. You are still that person. If you want to get self-employed or start something to making money, this is a good sign for you. Be determined, see your vision, know you're successful, have that value of yourself, and you're really going to get there. Also for Virgos, the Earth Queen. Wow, what a lovely balance. So the yin and yang of the inside as well as the outside is truly balanced. So having the determination to be successful and really know that you can be is important. It's it's okay dreaming about these things. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if this? But one has to put the practicality in it. And this is a survivor mentality, that champion mode to actually get this going. So the Earth Queen is great at the fertility, the new growth, the abundance with the Sky the King of Earth is really going to allow that to happen. So say for instance, the Earth Queen, you want to have babies. You need the Earth King to actually do that. It has to be that balance. So, whoops, that wasn't it. This is it. So with these two things comes something. So that's a balance between the two energies coming together to actually create. So this is you. Whatever you want to create, this is your time. So very important energy to keep moving forwards and create. But everything is lined up perfectly for you to make this happen. I think that's a really good. I think that's probably the best one of the zodiac today. The Virgos. Well done, Virgos. Right, thanks for listening. See you all soon. Have a good day.